It's always interesting when your shonen battle series taps into the horror genre and manages to pull off some very scary things. Today I'm going to be talking about what I consider to be the most terrifying battle in all of Naruto by a long shot. The Orochimaru fight in the Forest of Death. Why was that fight so absolutely terrifying? Well, maybe it's because the first time I watched it I was very young, but even still, when I read it nowadays, it's a very intense battle. You feel the desperation the characters are feeling there, and I mean, Orochimaru is a great villain. That was an amazing introduction for the character. We must begin by talking about how the Forest of Death creates this environment that's almost claustrophobic. It's closed, it's dark, it's tense. Enemies can be anywhere, literally lurking around the corner, just waiting to attack our heroes. And this keeps the tension high the entire time. You know something bad's about to happen, something really bad. Team 7 had that brief encounter with the Ring Ninja just after they enter the Forest of Death, just to serve as an appetizer of things to come. Yes, they're gonna be facing powerful opponents and they can just jump Team 7. And you can't do much about it, but we weren't really prepared for Orochimaru. Now, when we first see Orochimaru, he assumes the shape of one of the women he took the bodies from, the girl that was actually supposed to take the Chunin Exams, and she has this uncanny feeling to her. Her face looks kind of wrong and deformed, and just by her appearance itself, Orochimaru already looks pretty intense and terrifying. His demeanor just treating Team 7 as playthings, as food Orochimaru's about to play with before he deals with them, is something that also sends shivers down your spine. And you get the feeling from the beginning of the fight that this is not good. Team 7 has absolutely no chance against him. Even if you don't know Orochimaru at that point, he was already establishing himself as absolutely menacing. He commands so much power and menace when he is in panel that you cannot help but to feel afraid our heroes are not gonna make it. And then, of course, Orochimaru separates Naruto from the rest. Naruto gets swallowed by one of the snakes. And then Orochimaru attacks Sasuke and Sakura. Well, he doesn't even attack them. He uses a genjutsu on them where they both see them dying. It's very gruesome. The manga pages, they get hit by kunais on their foreheads. It's actually censored in the anime, but this just adds up to the terrifying factor this battle is bringing up. It's amazing, really. You don't know how Sasuke is gonna get out of there because he literally cannot move. The genjutsu's over, but he is too afraid to move. Sakura's absolutely paralyzed, and then Sasuke pulls his strength together and manages to draw a kunai. And then one of the best lines in the series, Orochimaru says, "Okay, you grabbed the kunai. Now what?" Yeah, now what, Sasuke? What are you gonna do against this guy if you can barely move, if you're shaking? And then, this is such a cool moment as well. Sasuke stabs himself with a kunai to shake away the fear, pain, manages to bolster his resolve, and he saves Sakura from the kunais Orochimaru tossed against them. And just look at Orochimaru in every single panel he is in. He's absolutely creepy and weird and uncanny even. Kishimoto did such an amazing job drawing him to be so scary. Naruto manages to break out of the snake, and then he shows up when Orochimaru was about to strike Sasuke again. He intercepts Orochimaru with some kunais, and then he asks, "Hey, what's the password again?" Because they were doing the password thing, which Sasuke found out Orochimaru was disguising himself as Naruto because he guessed correctly, and Naruto would never do that. But then, at this moment, when Naruto arrives, Sasuke is so afraid and desperate. He is like, "Just take the scroll and leave us alone. Please, please, leave us alone. And Sasuke tosses the scroll to Orochimaru. Naruto gets the scroll, doesn't let Sasuke give it away because, well, he is stubborn and he doesn't want to lose. He thinks Sasuke is out of his mind for doing that. He's just giving up. But I think Naruto just didn't understand the situation he was in, because obviously he wasn't in there when Orochimaru used the genjutsu and was just taunting Sasuke and Sakura. So he may be out of his depth, of course. I mean, all of them are, but Naruto even more so, because he doesn't realize how royally screwed they were, and he's just trying to keep on fighting against this Orochimaru guy who's just a force of nature, essentially. And the atmosphere of the Forest of Death just adds more to this tension. The darkness surrounding them, the leaves and the trees just not really giving them any room to breathe. You can never see the sky during those scenes, which is something that gives you this feel of unease. And before Naruto arrived, Sasuke was just so terrified. He was screaming his lungs out, tossing shurikens against the snakes that were attacking him, and just not even realizing he was being attacked from behind because he was so scared. So when Naruto sees the state Sasuke is in, he is actually kind of shocked, seeing how pathetic he looks. And then when Orochimaru is about to strike Sasuke with a big snake, this is one of the coolest moments in the show. Naruto stops the big snake with some of his Kurama chakra. Well, we didn't know Kurama was Nine-Tails' name at the time, but anyway. He stops it, and he says, "What are you looking at, chicken?" Just saying the exact same words Sasuke told him when Naruto couldn't do anything against the Demon Brothers in the Land of Waves arc. When Naruto was frozen, Sasuke said that, and now the situation is reversed, and it feels nice. Very cathartic by Naruto. And then, of course, Orochimaru, absolutely no diffs. Naruto, he seals the Nine-Tails' chakra even further, making Naruto's life harder throughout the end of the preliminaries. His chakra was more difficult to control and all that. And then he passes out. Sakura can't do much. And then Sasuke's alone against Orochimaru, this person that seems to be the incarnation of death itself. And then he has a realization. First, he thought he shouldn't die up until he fights Itachi so that he can avenge his clan. But then, if he cannot fight this guy, how can he possibly face Itachi in the future? Itachi will be far more menacing, so Sasuke has the guts to fight against Orochimaru for real, with no fear. And this is, of course, bolstered by Naruto. Orochimaru himself acknowledges that, wait, for a guy that's actually, really focused on this goal of killing Itachi, your actions here don't make sense. You're kinda throwing your life away fighting me. What you're doing, Sasuke? Is it because this boy Naruto influenced you? But then Sasuke goes off, and they have their exchange, but the manga version is also really good. Sasuke manages to hit Orochimaru with a dragon flame, and that actually chips away at the skin on Orochimaru's face, revealing Orochimaru's actual face below. And when that scene happens, it's just the worst. Well, that's probably the scariest part. You realize, wait, what? It's actually a guy beneath that? And then Orochimaru changes his voice. You realize it's a man disguising as a woman, but it's not just a transformation jutsu. No, it's something more foul, more evil, setting up Orochimaru's body transferring jutsu. Orochimaru then burns the scroll just to make the lives of our protagonists more difficult, and gives a parting gift to Sasuke. The curse mark, of course. I mean, Orochimaru's whole objective here was to test Sasuke, the Uchiha blood he sought out so much. He needed to know if Sasuke would eventually be a suitable body for him, and of course, giving him the curse mark after realizing, yeah, this guy has potential. I want him to come after me for more power, so I'm just gonna give him a taste, leaving the curse mark. Of course, the curse mark is one of the coolest M's in the series, and it only happens because of Orochimaru. So this fight's not only absolutely terrifying because of the entire context of why the fight's happening, and how much more powerful Orochimaru is, and just how absolutely frightening he looks, but it's also very important for the story as a whole, and there are repercussions to this fight up until the very end of the series. Maybe if Orochimaru never showed up there, Sasuke wouldn't have left the village. He would have been a leaf ninja all the way through the war arc, and then the series would have been very different. This Orochimaru fight in the Forest of Death is not really talked about very much. I guess it's because there are so many cool fights in the Chunin exams, like Gaara vs. Rock Lee, Gaara vs. Sasuke, Hinata vs. Neji, and many others, that you kind of forget what happened in the Forest of Death. Because there was a lot of development, especially for Sasuke and for the world itself. Now there's a threat in the Chunin exams, an external threat that can actually be far more dangerous than the other candidates themselves. And obviously everything culminates with the plot to destroy the Leaf Village, which is the climax of the Chunin exams arc. Now, it's treated as a different arc, but I kinda see them both as the same. But anyway, which fight in Naruto do you think it's the most terrifying, or the most terrifying moment in the series? Like this video to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to this channel for more content like this, watch this other video right here for more Naruto content, and thank you so much for watching.